Okay, so this is breakfast. Ron approved because I think it has eggs. Ron gets frustrated when the breakfasts only have a lot of grains, so hopefully they'll bring it out in a little bit. We are up very early. Couldn't sleep. It's kind of like a race morning. Back in the old days at least when I was real excited, couldn't get to sleep on a race day. But anyway, getting some coffee, getting fueled up, ready to go. Okay, we made it to the top of just this little trail that gets us up to the AT. It was 1.7 miles. I think it's called the Boy Scout Trail or Dragon's Tooth Trail or something. We went over maybe 4 or 5 creeks and we had to rock hop, really rock hop. One time we had to put our foot in the river, but it wasn't very deep, thank God. Yes, the ice. Okay, so we made it through the rivers, creeks really, but they were flowing very fast because of the snow. But there are parts of the trail, you can see all the snow here. And you can see this is a nice part, that's why I'm able to video, but there are parts that the snow is on and it's frozen. And you need micro spikes or crampons or something because it was tough. But we made it. We are now on the AT. We are going south 0.7 miles to the top of Dragon's Tooth. And then we'll turn around and go north to McAfee Knob. Today's going to be our hardest day, but it's a glorious day. I think we have almost 13 miles, 12.8 I believe. I'm saying that because Ron doesn't know it's the 12.8, he just knows it's 12. Today's our hardest day. But anyway, it's supposed to be the prettiest day. And it was 30 some when we started, but it's glorious. But my hands were so cold, I couldn't video anything. And I've gotten very warm. Ron, actually, he's worked up a sweat. And he took his beanie off. And I had to put my mittens on, my rain mittens over my gloves because my hands were so cold. But I got warm and I've taken them off. Now I'm getting cold again. But anyway, 0.7 to the top of Dragon's Tooth, and then we'll show you some views. Cool.
You need to get out that phone. Not your turn yet. Hang on. Wait for me.
You guys can go.
Thank you.
Check Garvey out.
All right, Garvey. Try that one more time, Garvey. You can get up there.
Yeah. I just can't have it.
Way back. I'm going to have to help you out. I'm going to have to help you out here.
Yeah, and the rust.
Okay, I'll get you up there. I'll get you up there, Garvey. Okay. Come up this way. There. Can you do it?
I'm done, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, the question is, can I do it?
I'm happy. It was worth it, definitely. It was tough.
Just a FYI, I was nervous for Garvey.
No, I saw these two yesterday.
Goodness gracious. I was nervous. I'm going to record a few steps while we've got this beautiful, beautiful part of the trail. Let's see if you guys can see it behind me. It's really pretty. We made it back to our packs. We had lunch. I had lunch. Bush Beast ate. What'd you eat, hon?
What?
What'd you eat at when we had lunch?
Quest bar.
Okay.
That's all.
So we took a very short break. I'm talking 15 minutes, not even 15 minutes. And we thought we were done with the rock cliff stuff, but we weren't. We continued on north, and it was hard for a long time, and we had packs on then. We've had a nice section right now, and it's gorgeous. We are not cold anymore. There's snow on the ground, and there's been a few icy places, you know, if the trail was in the shade. But it was hard, but now it's getting nice. But we're up here somewhere now. We're up to a sign. Oh, goodness. What do we got going on?
Okay. Dragon's Tooth was 1.1 from here.
Oh,
Or
man.
2 miles from here.
Okay.
So we've gone 4 miles at least.
Maybe 5.
Maybe 5.
Okay.
Well, Dragon Tooth Trail, Dragon Tooth is 2 miles from here. So the Highway 620.
Oh, no, we've only got 1.1 since lunch.
Really?
Yep. Because it was 0.7 from where we had lunch to up to the 2.
All right, well, at 1.1, then it's 2 miles. So it's only been 4 miles?
Just like in running, in hiking, you cannot add miles in your head. It is hard. But
Well, that means we've only got 8 to go.
we got 8 to go. And it's probably, what time do you think it is, hon?
It is 1:46.
Almost 2 o'clock. Oh, Lord. If we do 2 miles an hour, we can get it done in 4 more hours.
Yeah.
So we can do it before dark. Signing out. We're having a great time. I love cow pastures because they're soft. But when they're straight up, they're hard. What do you say, Bush Beast?
Whew.
Let's go.
That was a climb. All right, let's get going. We got to beat the clock.
Morning, Bush Beast.
Morning.
What you doing?
Making water. That's it.
So you want to give a review of our trip so far at all?
It was rough the first day. We hadn't been hiking for a long time, and 12 miles did the wife in. I was okay. So I guess I'm on my feet all the time at work or something. I don't know.
Cool.
But I feel good. Feel like I did a heavy duty workout yesterday.
So,
We're going to do this, what, in 4 days now? We've added a day to it?
yes.
And why is that?
Because I can't hike as much as you can.
And I'm going to have to ration my food like I'm just got a few, like I'm on a desert island or something.
I'll give you my snacks, I promise. All right, signing off. Good morning, everybody. Thought I'd give you my review. Bush Beast is just coming back up from the privy. We made it to the first shelter up from the parking lot from 311. So it was it was 12 miles. It wasn't the 12.8. We were trying to make it to that next shelter that has the bear vault. But we had just a few minutes left of daylight, but there was nothing left in me. I couldn't hike anymore. I really needed to stop halfway yesterday after 6 miles. And there was a hostel, Four Pines Hostel. I wanted to go to that hostel so bad, but Bush Beast did not want to go, so I sucked it up and kept hiking, and I didn't whine. I want to do a shout out to my sister because my sister is right as always. She's hiked thousands of miles, hundreds of miles, over 1,000 miles of the AT. And she told me, like, keep the miles low, like 6 to 8 miles a day, a mile an hour. 12 miles yesterday was too much. And I had no idea this section was so technical. I saw a YouTube video where a guy ran the Triple Crown in one day, a trail runner. And I was like, if somebody can run the Triple Crown in one day, well, of course he didn't have any packs, but surely we can hike it in 3 days. I'm just too afraid to go the 8 miles today. I want to split it up and enjoy the rest of this time and not feel like I did yesterday. I was hurting and tired. We got here just before dark, and thank goodness this shelter, it does not have a bear vault, so we had to hang a bear bag. And we hadn't practiced it. We should have. That's our own fault. But they were these 2 really nice guys. They were teachers. One was a retired Marine Corps person. They were the picture of how to do it. They had everything ultra light and little tiny tents, and they had all their skills honed. But they took pity on us, and they said that sure, yeah, they would help us hang the bear bag, and they did. And praise God for them because, well, Bush Beast says he could have hung it if he had to have, I mean, some way. I couldn't have made it that next mile to that shelter with the bear vault. But anyway, we slept in the shelter last night. It was a good thing because we did have rain this morning, freezing rain. There's icicles. I didn't want to sleep in a shelter because of the mice. Oh, last night when I went to the privy, it was still just barely daylight. I mean, I used the bathroom right after I ate. There was a mouse. It came right in the door. Oh my gosh, scared me to death. But I knew that there was a chance that there would be mice in the shelter, but I was like, I don't care. I can't set up a tent. There's no way I can, and I'm glad we didn't, because then we would be having to take down a tent in this wet weather this morning. But I didn't feel any mice, and I didn't hear any mice on me last night, and I didn't sleep. I slept warm. Our liners worked that we bought, our sleeping bag liners, our sleeping bags, and our pads. I was warm, but I slept in fits. I was just so overtired. I just kept waking up. Every time I woke up, though, Bush Beast, getting ready to brush his teeth over there, he was snoring, so he slept the whole night. So we'll see how this day goes, and just really have, I was in pain, and it was a little bit uncomfortable and stuff, but I'm having the time of my life. I'm very thankful that Bush Beast is doing this with me. Signing out.